Good morning and welcome to Malcolm X Shabazz Stadium in Newark, New Jersey. For Pope John Junior Lion 13 and under football, Mike Formisano along with you. Calling today's game, thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Sunday morning here in Newark as the Pope John Junior Lions 13U squad takes on the Southeast Stallions. Pope John lost last week at home to Union by a score of 26-17, so they're looking to get that taste out of their mouth and look to get back on the winning ways. They're 2-4 on the season, and they're looking for a win today in the regular season finale. If you're looking for the 11U game, that game was canceled. There'll be announcements later in the week by the coaching staff as to reasons why and what is going to happen going forward with the 11U schedule. So in regards to that, please check on Signal and other announcements from the coaching staff. As far as the 13U team is concerned, let's go over the roster. Actually, we have captains on the field. We have number 2, Ryan Labraglia, number 45, Jude Cofrancesco, number 5, Colin Bauman, and number 6, Lucas Rosinski. And so the meeting at center field is over between the Pope John captains and Southeast Stallions. And so we're going to get right underway here, starting early in Newark because of the cancellation of the 11U games. So Pope John in the huddle will give you the rosters after the opening kickoff. It'll be the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad taking on the Southeast Stallions. And that is coming up in just seconds here at Malcolm X Shabazz Stadium. Beautiful day outside. A little summer-like, actually, as summer's trying to hang on just a little bit longer. It's about 70 degrees. The leaves are changing. You have that cool, crisp bite whenever the wind blows in, but it's not blowing hard. Maybe a couple of miles an hour from the west to the east. And Pope John is actually defending the east goal right now. Again, as I said, the wind really doesn't matter whether it's at their backs or not. It's light wind. Pope John in their white jerseys with blue numbers and blue pants with the pink socks and armbands for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And they're going right to left on your screen with the golden domes and the blue lines on either side. Southeast, they are in their purple uniforms, purple pants and black helmets going left to right. Southeast will kick off to Pope John to start this game from the 40-yard line. Number 2, Ryan Labraglia, and number 6, Lucas Rosinski are back to receive, standing at their own 20. Waiting for the whistle from the Pop Warner officials. It is Lions and Stallions here in Newark. And here's the whistle. Kicker approaches the ball. Kickoff high, end over end, kick down the field to about the 30. Fielded there by Ryan Labraglia. He'll take a knee, and that's where Pope John will start. The roster for the Pope John Junior Lions. Number 0 is Lachlan Sertival. Number 1, Malin Sefcik. Number 2, Ryan Labraglia. Number 3, Evan Nisbeth. 5 is Colin Bauman. 6, Lucas Rosinski. 8, Charlie Formisano. 9, Braden Coulson. 10, Jared Hawthorne. 13 is Jason Hardy. 15, the quarterback, Matthew Staub. Number 19, Mark Hedgepeth. 21, Vincenzo Siliberti. Number 2, Bobby DeJesus. Number 23, Nicholas Orr. Number 24, Gavin Alston. We will continue the roster in just a minute. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Staub under center. He'll hand off to Jesse Marie in the backfield and cuts off the right side and is brought down at about maybe the 31. Say maybe gained a yard on the play. We'll wait for the official spot. No, they move it right back to the 30. So, number 27, Dylan Cocaziello. Number 33, Jason Cofrancesco. 40 is Jake Jessamaria. 43, Tyler Killen. 45, Jude Cofrancesco. 57, Michael Kepler. 77, Andrew Stavekian. 88, Nicholas Peterson. Number 96, James Bortnick. Staub under center, I formation. Here's the pitch back to Rosinski. Rosinski cuts to the left, now up the near hash mark, and is brought down at about the 32, maybe 33-yard line. So a gain of 2 for Rosinski. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Lions. The head coach of the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad is Matt Emery. Assistant coaches Jared Cofrancesco, Nick Coulson, Gene Emery, Rich Jessamaria, Dan Lambreglia. Athletic trainer Gerard Graziano. Team mom and manager Kathy Jessamaria. Video coordinator is George DeJesus. Junior Lions athletic director is Brian Carlson. Varsity head coach Dom Gaston. League president Rich Jessamaria. League VP is Dave DiArco. Staub with the snap. Hands off to Rosinski up the right side to the far hash mark now, looking for the sideline. Gains about 5, maybe 6 on the play. Close to a first down, but not quite enough. It's going to bring up 4th and short. No, they're saying he got they're moving the chains. So the marking is a first down. You know, honestly, I thought it was at the 30-yard line. He got to the 39, so I thought they were a yard short, but if you're Pope John, you'll take it. 1st and 10 from the 39. I seriously thought it was at the 30, but here's the snap. Stop. Hands off to Jessamaria to the left side. Coming towards the near sideline. Stiff arms an opponent and gets tackled at the 49-yard line. It should be good enough for another first down, but we'll see. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be against Pope John. So they'll march that back 5 yards. They mark it at the 42. Lions have to get to the 49 for a first down. 2nd down for Pope John. Stop. Takes the snap. Hands off to Rosinski. Met right at the line of scrimmage. He got back to the line, and that's pretty much it. Maybe give him another yard. 43. So 3rd down and 6 for Pope John. Staub under center. Pitch back to Jessamaria to the far hash. Up the field to about the 46-yard line. Tackled there by the Southeast Stallion defense. So that will bring up 4th and 3 for the Lions. Pope John 2-4 in the season, looking to gain their 3rd victory of the year. They'll have to do it against the Stallions team out of Newark. So now 3rd down, and we have whistles on the play and a timeout for Southeast. So they did initially, the down marker had gone ahead and moved the down even on the penalty. So they were recording 3rd down as if it was 3rd. It was actually 2nd down. So they're on the 3rd down, but we have a timeout on the field. We're going to take one as well. Midway through the first quarter, no score between Pope John and the Southeast Stallions. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Malcolm X Shabazz Stadium in Newark, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion 13 and under football. Mike Formasano here calling today's game. We came on a little earlier as the 11U had been canceled, so we started at about 11:45. So if you're just joining us, you didn't miss anything yet. No score. 3rd down, about 3 to go for the 13U Lions. There's a handoff to Rosinski. He'll cut back towards the middle and is flung down by the defensive tackle for Southeast. So Rosinski was going towards the near sideline. He hit the near hash mark, turned back around to cut to the middle, and the Southeast defender not fooled by that at all. Flings him down, and so that will bring up 4th and 6 for the Lions. You can see in the background, planes taking off and landing in the shadow of Newark Airport. 4th down, high formation, Staub in the shotgun. He's got Jessamaria behind him. Here's the snap, high snap, Staub handles it. Fires downfield. just in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Lucas Rosinski. Incomplete. 2 men on the coverage for Southeast. And so that will turn the ball over on downs. A great effort by Staub. Nice pass downfield. Maybe just a couple of yards overthrown of Rosinski as he reached up to try and haul it in, and it just flew past his fingertips. So now 1st and 10 for Southeast. The ball is spotted at the 43. Southeast, I would assume, standing for Southeast Newark, as this is in the Pop Warner Newark division. Other teams from this division include Central Ward, who 11U played last week. Irvington also in it. Irvington was a team that Pope John played in the regional quarterfinals last year in the Pop Warner playoffs. His snap to the running back cuts to his left towards the far hash mark past the 40 and is brought down near the far sideline. Dylan Cocaziello in on the tackle, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Gain about 4 on the play for Southeast. Already in plus territory, the ball is spotted at the 39 of Pope John. Stallions to the line. 2nd and 6. Pope John linemen including Jake Jessamaria, number 40, 33 Jason Cofrancesco, 45 Jude Cofrancesco, 43 Tyler Killen. Up the left side, Stallions running back cuts through the Pope John line and into the secondary. Tackled at the 31. That is going to give Southeast a 1st down. First and 10 from the Pope John 31. Pitch back to the left side. Towards the far sideline, through the secondary, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Southeast Stallions. A 31-yard touchdown run towards the far sideline. And that gives the Stallions a 6-0 lead, pending the point after attempt. So the running back finding a hole through the line for Pope John and then into the secondary, swept around them and into the corner of the end zone. Good for 6. We'll see if they can add 1 or 2. Point after attempt pending now. Ball spotted at the 3. Again, you know the Pop Warner rules. If it's a kick, it's 2 points. If it's a run or pass, it is good for 1. It's a reverse of what you see on the high school, college, and pro level. Because kicking at this age is harder to do. Run up the middle, did he get in? Did he break the play? No! The Pope John defense stops the Southeast point after attempt. That will keep the score 6-0. Southeast leading over Pope John. We'll take a break. We'll be back to Malcolm X Shabazz Stadium right after this. Welcome back to Shabazz Stadium in Newark. Pope John Junior Lion 13-0 football as the kick goes down the field about 20 yards to the Pope John 40, and Jude Cofrancesco will just fall on it and make sure that Pope John maintains possession as they go through their series of downs. Good play by Jude, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions. Southeast with a 31-yard touchdown run gives them a 6-0 lead. This is the last regular season game on the schedule for the 13U Pope John Lions. We will see what happens in regards to playoffs. If they qualify for the playoffs, if they do that, we will be with you for those playoff games. Ball is spotted at the 38-yard line. Pop Warner will make the announcement next week as far as playoffs are concerned. A win could very well get them in. Here's Jesse Maria towards the near sideline. Runs up the field and stepped out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. So that'll bring up 2nd down. 3 and 4 is definitely possible. 2 and 5, you got to think that's a bit of a stretch. So this is a crucial game for Pope John. If they want to make the playoffs, they can do so at 3 and 4, I think. But again, that will be decided by Pop Warner later in the week. I'll give Pope John an opportunity to defend their title from last year, because they were 8-0 and defeated Linden in the championship. Here's a snap. Handoff to Rosinski towards the near side. Past the 1st down marker and room to run. He is knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Southeast. First and 10 for Pope John from the Southeast 45-yard line. Pope John up to the line. Jesse Maria in the background. He'll take the handoff. Met right at the line of scrimmage by number 17 for Southeast. Drops him for a loss of about 1, maybe 2. They'll mark it 1. 2nd and 11 for Pope John. You cannot believe, well, you probably can, how quickly these football seasons go. It feels like the first day in August, well, it's not that hot, but it feels like it was just a blink of an eye ago. And now we're on the last day of the regular season. False start against Pope John, actually a legal motion, and so they're going to push it back 5 yards to midfield. Ball's at the 50. Lions have to get to the 35 of Southeast. 1st and 15. Stop under center. Jesse Maria in the backfield. Another whistle. Are they counting too many men on the field for Southeast? Well, the referee instructed the coaches on the far sideline for the Stallions. Make a substitution there. Possibly it was a player who was illegally on the field. Anyway, here's stop to Rosinski. Rosinski to the right. Met at the 49, the defensive line of Southeast giving no quarter to Pope John running backs right now. And so now this will bring up a 2nd and 14. 1 minute left to go in the first quarter. Stallions lead the Lions 6-0 on a 31-yard touchdown run, and the point after failed. Give you an update on what else is going on in the world of Pope John football as we go into the second quarter. Here's the handoff to Rosinski. Moves up the left side. It's actually Jesse Maria. Jesse Maria gets back to the 45-yard line and is tackled there. So, hard-fought yards for Jake Jesse Maria. Gets the ball to the 44 of Southeast. That brings up 3rd and 9. Quick huddle for Pope John. They're up to the line. I formation. Jesse Maria the fullback, and Rosinski is the tail. Man in motion is Ryan Lambreglia, number 2. Here's a snap. Handoff to Rosinski to the left. And gets to about the 42-yard line. Not nearly enough for a first down. So, 4th down and long to go for Pope John. They've got to get to the 35-yard line of Southeast. Stop coming back in the huddle, so I am assuming that Coach Matt Emmering is going to go for it, but he'll have to wait. until the second quarter. As we run out of time here in the first. Well, that's what the referees just signaled. So, yep. They tell the players to get off the field, go get some water. You go do that as well. Get some water, get some refreshments. Come on back. Second quarter. Malcolm X Shabazz Stadium in Newark, New Jersey. It's the Southeast Stallions 6, the Pope John Junior Lions no score. We'll be back for second quarter action right after this.
They did it to us. They did it to us. That kid was wild. Wild. So was Joey. But the kid was, Joey had the kid beat. I think he saw it coming. He tried to. Well, he slowed down because he thought Leak was going to underthrow him. And then he had to speed back up. Just wouldn't happen. He threw a Dolo ball. I was so nervous, I just chucked it.
Come here, yo, Arnold!
Joey never stopped. He ran right under it. I can tell you, it's enjoyable. Yeah, I see it.
Welcome back to Shabazz Stadium. Well, they haven't changed sides of the field, so I'm assuming it was just a timeout that was called. I guess we're still in the first quarter. So it's late in the first quarter because they already said before it was less than a minute to go. So 4th and long for the Lions. Movement on the line. I think it was Jason Francesco. False start. And so that'll push the Lions back 5.
Hey, shake it off.
Ball spotted at the 47. Fourth and 12 for Pope John. Brzezinski and Nisbeth as the wideouts. Staub in the shotgun. Jesse Maria to his left. Barks out signals, calls for the ball, takes the snap, fires downfield. It's got Brzezinski just underthrown, incomplete. And so that will turn the ball over on downs. Nice spiral by Matt Staub, however, just a couple of yards shy of Brzezinski's pattern. And so that will turn the ball over to Southeast.
Let's go, Jude.
Well, the ball spotted now at the 47 of Southeast. My assumption is that we're still in the first quarter since the teams haven't changed sides yet. But there can't be much time left. The only other option is that the referees decide, and they've done this before in different games, to tell the players to continue playing the same way. It's not often, but it has happened. Pope John on the defensive side of the ball now, coming up to the line. The line of Lachlan Certival, Jason Francesco, Jake Chesamaria, and James Bortnick. Dylan Cogaziello on the linebacker spot with Braden Colson. Also, number 10, Jared Hawthorne. And now, timeout on the field. And it'll be taken by Southeast.
Yeah, chuck it.
Pope John coming over to the sideline. Southeast still standing in the middle of the field, so. Oh, Pope John and the huddle will stay with you. Try and figure out.
I was impressed. See, I'm rubbing off on her now.
The Southeast Stallions back to the middle of the field. Again, I don't think they either wanted a timeout call or they wanted to go. You know, 1st and 10, you get the ball back on the offensive side. You want to go.
How bad is your stomach?
Pope John now back out to the line. Saying, yeah, quick timeout.
Yeah, Colin. Shove him up your ass.
First and 10 for Southeast.
Rose has a little bag.
Quarterback in the gun. Swing pass to the far side. He's got a receiver. Turns the corner and gets into the Pope John secondary and is brought down at about the 40-yard line of the Lions. So, first down pass by Southeast, and that'll bring up another 1st and 10. They'll move the chains.
Now you got 2 guys fighting.
First and 10, Southeast. Man in motion's 10. Handoff to the running back. To the left side, a far hash mark. Tackled down by the Pope John secondary. Number 0, Lachlan Cernival with the tackle. Brings down the running back at the 33-yard line.
How's leg going, all right? Yeah, it's doing good. Back to normal? I think he's a little out of shape.
Second and 3 for Southeast. They have to get to the 30 of Pope John. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's got one man in motion, number 10. He'll hand off to him. Back to the middle. Met at the far hash mark just in front of the 30. Good stop by number 27, Dylan Cogaziello. Colin Bauman, number 5, into the game for Pope John. The referees say that it is a first down as they got over the 30 and to the 29 on the spot. So first and 10 for Southeast. Lions want to prevent any more points going on the board against them, being down 6-0 already. Here's a snap to the quarterback. Handoff right in front of him. Jude Cofrancisco meets the running back right at the 30. Good tackle by Jude. Drops the running back for a loss. That'll bring up 2nd and 11 for Southeast. We're in what I assume now is the second quarter. 2nd and 11 as the ball is spotted at the Pope John 30. I'm just assuming they didn't change sides. So they had a long timeout. Stallions to the line, leading 6-0. Quarterback in the shotgun again. 2 men in the backfield. Takes a snap, fires downfield. Has a man through his hands and incomplete. Number 6, Lucas Rosinski in on the coverage. Incomplete pass as Southeast was going for the home run ball there. Just out of the reach of the receiver's hands, and so that'll bring up 3rd down and 11 to go. Big series this is becoming now in this game. Pope John wants to try and get the ball back.
Let's go!
Look for the tying score, possibly go-ahead score, considering point afters. Ball's at the 30. 3rd and 11 for Southeast. Here's a snap. Pitch number 5 around the far side and sweeping down the sideline and into the end zone. Touchdown, Southeast. A 30-yard touchdown run to go with a 31 from earlier. And that gives the Stallions a 12-0 lead. So, that was textbook running by Southeast on the outside, almost exactly like the first touchdown they had. Sweeping to the far sideline, past the Pope John defense and into the secondary, past the safeties and into the end zone. So that ball spotted at the 3. As Southeast looks for a 2-point conversion. Handoff up the middle and in. There'll be a 1-point conversion for Southeast with the run up the middle. That will bring the score to the Southeast Stallions 13, the Pope John Lions 0. We'll get set to kick off. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Malcolm X Shabazz Stadium in Newark, New Jersey, in the shadow of Newark Airport. just miles away from New York City. As the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad is taking on the Southeast Stallions. Southeast leads by a score of 13-0. Kickoff from the 40-yard line. We have a whistle from the referees. We're in the second quarter here. Here's the kick. High kick. More of a line drive. Goes through the hands of Ryan Lambriglia, who has to fall back on it at about the 21, maybe 22-yard line. And so that's where Pope John will start. 1st and 10 Lions. So if you want some good news of what has been going on with Pope John football, you have to turn no further back than this past week on Thursday and Saturday. On Thursday, the freshman football team for Pope John Lions defeated Seton Hall Prep by a score of 17-8. Great game for Pope John Lions, and they moved their record to 5-1 on the season. And then yesterday at Seton Hall Prep, the varsity team came from a 20-6 deficit to the Seton Hall Pirates, came back to win. That final score was 26-20, Pope John over Seton Hall Prep. Tyleek Hill with a big 70-yard touchdown run to seal the deal for the Pope John Lions. Pass down the field, complete to Lucas. No, they're going to say it hit the turf. They're going to say that it skimmed the turf as Jasinski took that pass in from stop. So would have been a nice 15-yard gainer. Instead, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down. So the Lions here in the 13U level looking to continue the winning ways of Pope John from earlier this week. Freshman team 5-1. And the varsity team looking to get back into things 2-4, which very easily could have been 3-3 with the Del Barton game only losing by 1. Tackle there on Jake Jessamaria. They ripped his helmet off. Loss of about 1 for Jessamaria. They'll bring up 3rd down. Lions down 13-0 here, late second quarter. Stop of the gun. Handoff to Rzinski. Rzinski to the left, then cuts back right. Gets to about the 26. Stop there. So about 6 yards shy of the 1st down marker. That'll bring up 4th down for Pope John. Glad you're with us here in Newark, New Jersey on a warm fall morning, now turned to afternoon. Some light clouds in the sky, about 70 degrees, not a lot of wind. It felt more like a fall day yesterday at Seton Hall than it did today here in Newark. Feels like the last remnants of summer. I'm sure you've already closed your swimming pools and the beaches are already closed. But go ahead and pour yourself that pina colada if you'd like, or adult beverage. Or for anybody underneath, nice Coke, Sprite, carbonated water. Enjoy the last rays of sunshine here in this warm weather in northern New Jersey. Won't see it again until probably March or April. 4th down. Goes to Rzinski. Rzinski towards the near sideline and is met by tacklers at about the 28. And a late hit. We got a flag on the play. I think that's going to save Pope John here as the ball was about to turn over to Southeast. But a late hit by Southeast and an undisciplined play will most likely save Pope John's bacon. Penalty against Southeast. And so now the Lions will get the ball moved up to, let's see, past the 40. Wow, all the way to the 44-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Pope John on the late hit by Southeast, and the Lions will take it. Again, this is the last regular season game for the Pope John 13U squad. If there are playoffs involved, we will be with you for those. No announcements yet. Pop Warner will announce later in the week on what is to happen. I don't know how to bracket this, so a 3-4 team, I could see making it. 2-5, maybe a little more difficult. But until we get the official announcement from Pop Warner, anything is possible. Well, they're going to say that Southeast is going to get the ball because the play was over after the hit. But they attached the penalty yardage to Southeast, so it pushes it back to the 44. So it is Stallions' ball as the run comes up the left side, now through the middle, all the way through the Pope John secondary, still on his feet. And there he is, into the end zone. Touchdown Southeast. Well, I guess the penalty yardage didn't matter, as a 44-yard touchdown run by the Stallions will make it 19-0. So much for field position there. $19-0 Southeast going for the extra point. Looks like they'll go for one. Here's a snap. Handoff to the running back. And is tackled by number 5, Colin Bauman, 6, Lucas Rosinski, and number 40, Jake Jessamaria. So, the Lions are able to keep the running back out of the end zone for the point after attempt. That will keep the score 19-0. The Southeast Stallions out of Newark against the Pope John Lions from Sparta, New Jersey. We will be back for the kickoff to Pope John to continue the second quarter right after this. Welcome back to Malcolm X Shabazz Stadium. Second quarter action here between Southeast and Pope John, and the Stallions are in control 19-0. But listen, yesterday, third quarter, Pope John varsity down 20-6 to Seton Hall Prep midway through the third quarter, and the Pope John bench pretty quiet at that point in time, but a couple of big plays to turn things around, and it rejuvenated them and brought new life into the park there at Seton Hall Prep. And next thing you knew, Lions scored a touchdown, scored another, tied the game, and eventually won on a 70-yard touchdown run by Tyleek Hill. And the Pope John Lions winning that game after being down by 2 scores. Well, Lions here now down 19-0, but they've got the ball at midfield, and if they can get a quick score before halftime, they'll only be down 2 scores. So Hope Springs Eternal. Pope John in the huddle. At their own 49-yard line to start this drive. Bortnick, Co-Francesco, Bauman all on the line. Labriglia on the wideout spot. Jessamaria and Rosinski. I formation stop under center. Here's the handout to Rosinski. Cuts through the middle and across the midfield stripe into Southeast territory at their 49. So that's where he'll be spotted. 2 yards for Rosinski, 2nd and 8. One of the old sayings you'd listen to football games way back when. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Play on grass fields. You don't see those anymore because most of these games are on turf. There's no dirt to kick up. Actually, probably a little bit of dirt, but not like a dirt patch. You know, a lot of times, you know, football games were played on baseball diamonds. They were converted to football fields from the baseball diamond from the summertime. So a lot of times you'd see the diamond still on the field and on the gridiron. Those days are long gone. We'll take a break. Late second quarter, 19-0 Southeast over Pope John. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Malcolm X Shabazz Stadium in Newark, New Jersey. As Pope John Junior Lions are meeting up with the Southeast Newark Stallions. Mike Formasano along with you calling today's game. Thank you very much for joining us today and all season long. Staub rolls out to the left, fires downfield. He's got LaBreglia at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and is tackled just shy of the goal line. A huge reception by Ryan LaBreglia, and the Lions are looking to get into the end zone. The defensive back by Southeast caught up to him in a hurry. The Lions hoping that LaBreglia could get in, but they stopped him at the 3-yard line. So late in the second quarter, Pope John has to move to try and get into the end zone. What a catch. Whistles on the field. Timeout by Southeast. We're going to take one as well. Late second quarter. Pope John has to move quickly here if they want to get into the end zone, as we are running out of time, which is being kept by the officials on the field. We'll be back for the last remnants of the second quarter right after this. Welcome back to Malcolm X Shabazz Stadium in Newark, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion 13U football. First and goal at the 3-yard line. Pope John running out of time here in this second quarter. They've got to try and get into the end zone quickly. Huge pass play from Staub to LaBreglia. Get him down to the 3-yard line. Here's the run by Roszinski into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions! Lucas Roszinski from 3 yards out. And the Lions are on the board. They're now down 19-6. Well, that's exactly what Pope John needed, to get a quick score on the board before the end of the first half. Make sure they bank those points. And now, James Bortnick being asked to get a 2-point conversion for Pope John, make the score 19-8 on the kick. Staub will be the placeholder. Pope John setting up for the point after attempt. Again, pop water. 2 points for a kick. And that's what Pope John's going for. A whistle by the officials. Last minute substitution for Southeast. So Powell in the place on the center. They'll snap it. Here's the snap. Placed down. The kick is up. And it is no good. No good. Bortnick hooked it to the right. So he had the distance, but it curved to the right. And no good. Tough to tell from this angle, so referees on the field obviously have a clear vision of it. 19-6 now on the 3-yard touchdown run by Lucas Roszinski, set up by the pass play from Matt Staub to Ryan LaBreglia. So now the Lions on the board, and we'll see how they handle Prosperity. But there's not much time here left in the first half. We'll see what they can do at halftime to regroup. Again, only down by 2 scores. And who was down by 2 scores yesterday? Pope John Varsity. And they came back to win. So don't go anywhere. Lions have played themselves back into this game. Bortnick will kick off from the 40-yard line. Again, I'm not sure why the referees didn't change the sides of the field. I've seen it happen before, but not often. Usually at the end of the quarters, they switch. Here's Bortnick with the kick. High end over end kick. Down to about the 25-yard line, fielded by Southeast there. He'll come back to the left side and is tackled at about the 39. Jason Hardy along with Jake Jessamaria and Ryan Labreglia in on the tackle. So 1st and 10 for Southeast. And now the job by the Pope John defense to shut down any kind of attack by Southeast and make sure the score remains 19-6. It's a 2-score game, and if Pope John's able to get into the locker room to do that, that will help. We got injury timeout. Number 2 limping off the field, so hopefully he's okay. Coaches come out to take a look at him. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Southeast 38.
What?
Pope John defense up to the line. First and 10. Quarterback, hands off. Running back to the left side. Meets a wall. Tries to run around. It cuts back into the middle. Gets to about the 47, maybe 48-yard line. It's going to be just shy of a first down, I believe. It's either that or he just hit the mark. Yeah, they're going to give him the spot. So they're going to give him the first down. 1st and 10. Gets the ball to the 48. It's good enough just for a first down. Stallions 1st and 10 from their own 48.
Hey, linebackers, you got to move up.
Here's a step. And off to number 9 towards the far side. Tied up there by Rosinski, who grabs his ankle and won't let him go forward. And then the cavalry comes in. James Bortnick and Jude Cofrancesco able to stop the running back for Southeast. So they tie him up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe they give him a yard. Forward progress gives him a yard. So, and I think that is going to be the end of the half. So just want to get confirmation as the teams move towards the sideline. As always, could just be a timeout. So, but the referee's still on the field. Well, that looks like everybody's coming in with their helmets off, so that should be the end of the first half. We're at halftime here at Malcolm X Shabazz Stadium. It's the Southeast Stallions 19, the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under team 6. We'll be back after halftime. Come join us on this feed. The actually new feed here on this channel on Facebook Live. It should be about 5-10 minutes, and we'll come back for second half action from Newark, New Jersey at Shabazz Stadium. 19-6, the Lions trail. Come on back for second half action after halftime.